Just wanted to come. I'm trying to adjust. I'm trying to adjust here. I just wanted to come in and say hello. Everybody's having a good time in the chat. Hey, Karma, Lewis Acre Farm. Karma, good morning. Good morning. And gosh, I look a little fuzzy to me. I don't know if I look fuzzy to you, but y'all bear with me. Did you make it back home safely, Rebecca? Jennifer Ocean Homestead wants to know. I'm going to freak y'all out just for a second and clean my camera off. Just for 2 seconds. I should have done that before. Oh, it's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I'm hoping that everyone can hear me and see me. And let me check over here just to be sure that it is working. And let's see what we have. What do we have going on? Oh yeah, I'm live. Good. So 5 by 5. All right, Jennifer. Good. Because I was going to ask everybody to put a 1 in the chat. Thank you, Mary. I hear and see you just fine, Mary's Fiber Creation says. Hey, Troy Sutton, Black's Tropical Homestead. My darling. Oh, I miss you. We haven't had a chance to talk this week, and I'm getting ready to get in the car in just a little bit and head down to the Grands for the rest of the week. It's funny. A friend of mine and I, a good dear friend of mine, and I have a little saying. Um, there was a grandmother that was watching the grandchildren, and there was a family event. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Heidi. Sammy Joe, thank you for being here. Canadian Family Life. It all adds up. Hey, darling. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad to see you all. So the grandmother had been watching the grandchildren, little grandchildren. They're young. It's exhausting when you're in your 60s to watch grandchildren, quite frankly. I love it every minute. Oh, you're riding and chatting. I love you dearly too. Anyway, they had a family gathering, and that particular grandmother went for the family gathering and sat on the other side of the park because she was so tired. She had had the grandchildren for like 3 days, and she goes, "I'm here, but I ain't here." So I thought each time when, hey, Deborah, hey, treasure hunter Neil. So each time when I'm with the grandbabies, saying towards the end, it's time to go to the other side of the park, man. Hey, Diana. Good and happy birthday to your grandbaby that's 4 years old. That's so sweet. What a precious video you put out on Facebook. And yeah, that's right. Black's Tropical Homestead. So I want to start off. Hey, Canadian Family Life. I want to start off by saying good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Hey, Butler Family Farm. Today, what we're doing is ChooseDay. And I have some new friends here. Hey, G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden. I've missed you a little bit, and I was so glad to see you in another's chat this morning, Miss T with the T. And so if you would please drop your link, G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden. Just put a video up not long ago on her hydroponic system. That thing is beautiful. I mean, not only is she growing food, it's like sparkling clean. It's crazy clean. I'm going, how does yours look like that? Mine does not look like that at all. Hey, Shannon, I'm glad to see you, sweetie. Jane Doe, Virginia Alexander. Hooga, 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 hooga. Oh, Sammy Joe, so sweet. Let's see, I'm going to scroll back up here. Garden of Deden. Hello. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And as I was saying, we do have a few new friends here. Miss Pam from Cooking at Pam's Place and the Scaredy Cat Gardener, and also Pam's POV. They are, thank you, Diana. Yeah. She did a video of sharing. I sent her some strawberry plants, and she did a video thanking me about those strawberry plants. They just came from the land of plenty. It was wonderful. And I shared with her because I happened to have some containers that I could ship. And since then, I've gotten a number of new friends. And so I wanted to say hi to everybody. Good morning, my wild home. I'm going to be talking about you in just a little bit. But I wanted to start off by sharing and saying that if you've made it this far through all the hi do's and hellos, and as Lester says, hi to hello, then I really appreciate you being here. This is Andale Homestead. I'm Ann. And on Tuesdays, we have our Tuesday, where we get to choose our attitude of the day. And I try to share a little things, some things that are going on in my life that you may resonate with, some things that might help you to have the right attitude to get through the day, to build a little self confidence. We can help each other because we all need each other and we're stronger together, right? We're stronger together. And I love it that Black's Tropical Homestead is in here. Cherie, she's one of my dearest friends and one of my biggest cheerleaders, as I am hers. And I adore them. I'm getting ready to go be able to see them in September and hug their necks and talk to them and laugh and joke and have a big fan there because we'll be in Alabama heat down there September 14th, I believe it is. Hey, Diana says a little heart there. All right, that's great. So let's get started with our message. And of all the places in all the world, and you decide to come and spend some time with me, that makes me so happy. Thank you. It is an honor to see everyone here. It is an honor. And I promise you that. Uh, that's the way I take it, as an honor. What we're doing today, I wanted to read a couple of things to you and share some things. But before I get started, I wanted to talk about my buddy. This is Lazy Days Ahead. Lazy Days Ahead. Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. They live just below Houston, Texas. So we all know, unless you've been under a rock for a little while, that Houston had a big storm that just came through. Burl, kind of like Earl, like Pearl. It's Burl. And so Jesse and Lisa are currently with no current, as is Devil Dog. Devil Dog lives close and he lives in Texas as well. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that are without current right now. And I certainly want to extend our thoughts and our prayers for all the damage that has gone on down there. And I I'm more concerned about after the storm because that's when people really get hurt is after the storm when they're trying to clean up and there's electric lines down and trees all over the place. But the heat, let's all sort of join together and pray for the people that are going through the heat in Texas with no air conditioning, no power whatsoever. And that's got to be a trial. And Broken Hearts Ministry, hey Gail, she's in Texas as well. I hope you made out okay in the storm. But my buddy, hey J3GS, I'm glad to see you, Jags. My buddy, Lazy Days Ahead, 1.5 million without power in Texas, and 2.7 million without power in Texas, Louisiana, and Florida. It's unbelievable, and it's so unusual. I live in a hurricane zone, and it's so unusual to have hurricanes this early in the season. It's usually August, September, October. That's our hot time for hurricanes. But I wanted to share how good God is, right? So I did get a chance to speak to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa on the phone. They had to get in their car and drive to a hospital parking lot. Hey, Scotty, Lone Cross at hashtag MTP. And they drove to a hospital parking lot to be able to get cell service. Usually they have 5G everywhere, but AT&T is out, like out, and will be for quite some time, I'm afraid. Not affected by the storm, Broken Hearts Ministry says, but it's near her sister. Oh, I'm glad you're safe, honey. I'm glad you're safe, Gail. Oh, and Treasure Neal says the hurricane missed him by 100 miles. That's so awesome. Sometimes 100 miles is not very far for a storm. So Jesse tells me that they woke up, or Lisa kind of rolled over, but Jesse woke up with the house whirling, sounds and noises that were happening, branches falling, all kinds of things that were happening. Their power went out, and it's dark at 4 in the morning. But as daylight came and things began to get calm, he looked, because we as a community had prayed so hard for them to put a hedge of protection over them. He said it was like the Lord had put an umbrella over his house, and nothing got in their home, hurt anyone. It was just, it makes you feel really, really good that they're doing well. And Cooking at Pam's Place, good morning, honey. Cleaning and listening. You do your thing, baby. I know you're busy. You do your thing. Many say Northerners are tough having to deal with the cold and the snow. As a Northerner, I disagree. Southerners dealing with the heat and the storms are much tougher. Easier, more clothes on than trying to take off. And I agree with that 100%. Yes, the cold now, like you're talking about Chicago and like that, that's just I can't I don't quite understand why people live in that kind of temperature all the time, but people don't understand how I live in that temperature, or people in Texas or Florida live in that horrible, horrible temperature. And that's what I'm concerned more for them. Hey, the Crooked Peach. I'm more concerned. It's 91 right now. Wow, Scotty. Oh gosh. And Miss Pam says, "Hey to G Mama. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here." So I wanted to praise the Lord, saying thank you, thank you, thank you for looking after my friends, my dear ones, Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. It was amazing and wonderful, and I really do appreciate that. It is 11:10. I have talked like crazy. Now, if you're new here, hey, Sweet Thumb and Jane Doe, and hi, hey, Bayou Sugar, good to see you, sweetie. I try to keep my lives around 30 minutes. So just so you know, we're trying to do that today as well. And here's a little message that I usually try to bring to you for encouragement. Today, I'm going to concentrate on wisdom. Wisdom. I heard it said today that some people, if you're under 60, you don't have wisdom. Well, I have to admit, being almost 65, I will be 65 in August. Wisdom does come a little easier when life gets a little slower because you can't move quite as fast as you used to. But that doesn't exclude you from being able to have wisdom. It doesn't exclude you. You can learn from others. We can learn from each other all the time. Nobody knows everything, but all of us know something. So I want to read you a portion. Eric, I can't remember his last name, but Eric, a new channel that I had fallen upon, had this quote on their channel, and it was so beautiful that I said, "May I share that, please?" And he said, "Absolutely. That would be wonderful." So I want to share, it's a portion of something that Dr. Maya Angelou had said before, and there's more, but this is a portion. And it says, and this is very true, very true. Maybe the hardest part is if you teach, you have to live your teaching. You can't say, "Do as I say, not as I do." No, no. You have to say, "I'm doing my best to live what I teach." Because you know what's right. Just do right. You don't really have to ask anybody what's right. The truth is, right might not be expedient. Right may not be profitable. but right will satisfy your soul. And I also wanted to share with you that you are so much more than your weaknesses, your flaws, or your mistakes. You're so much stronger than your fears. They're dreams that sit on your heart for a reason, mountains that only you are meant to conquer, people you are meant to love, souls you are meant to inspire, and lives you are destined to impact. There's a path that's meant for you and you alone. There's no need to compare or compete because this journey is yours. Let go of that outside voice that tells you who to be and the inside voice that makes you doubt everything that you are. Trust, trust that you cannot mess up what is truly meant for you. You have faith that if you leap, you're going to fly. You are strong. You are capable. You are worthy. You are enough exactly as you are. At this very moment in time, your story is only just beginning and you're deserving of it all. Let's believe that. And all of these remind me of a Bible story that is from Hebrews 12:2. Let us keep our eyes fixed on Jesus because this is a story of a man. His name is Peter, and he was in a boat with his other comrades. And they were expecting Jesus to come around, but he missed the boat, which is not really possible, but he did. And as they were out there trying to fish or trying to get to the other side, a storm came raging. I mean, and the waves were smashing. And these were true watermen, true fishermen that knew how to handle the boat and how to handle the water. Well, this storm came up and it scared them, and they called out to the Lord and they looked and they could see this little figure off in the distance, and it was scary. I mean, if I were in a boat and I saw a figure coming to me walking on the water, I would be scary too. I'd be scared to death, I can tell you, thinking, okay, let's paddle myself out of here. But they recognized it. They recognized Jesus. And Peter said, Lord, let me come to you. And he said, come to me. And when he did, Peter kept his eyes right on Jesus. He stepped out of the boat and began to walk on water. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. But if you believe any of it, you believe all of it. And then suddenly he let those inside, outside voices, all the storms, all the things. He could see the waves that were churning and he looked away. And as he did, he lost his gaze on Jesus and he began to sink. And so, what that tells me is that no matter what storms are going on all around us, the storms that came through in Houston that Jesse and Lisa's house were protected, others' homes were protected like they had an umbrella around them, that we keep our eyes in the right place. And we understand that, as Maya Angelou said, if I'm a teacher, I had better be living what I'm teaching, or I need to get out. So I love you all and realize that this is just going to be such a glorious day. And I'm so happy. There's a path that is yours, that is meant for you, and whatever is meant for you, no man can put asunder. So that's my message. Hey, everybody. Hey, Thunderstick Homestead. Good morning. Lila Newton, our treasured home. Hey, Nancy. I'm so glad you're here. And they're all saying good morning to each other and hello. And I'm so glad. Nancy says, thank you for the reminder. I needed to hear that again. And that's true. We do have a path. We keep our eyes on Him. All those waves and storms and winds and garbage and stress and all those kinds of things. Oh, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. All those kinds of crazy stuff. That is on the wayside because you got somebody that loves you and wants the best for you no matter what. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry to clap so much right in the microphone. I'm sure that's terrible. I have some mail. I mean, it's amazing mail. It's really cool mail. So I wanted to share it with all of y'all if you know, don't sweat the small stuff. That's right, Scotty. Don't sweat the small stuff because that's that small. It's all about the small stuff tearing y'all to pieces. I'm gonna have a little sip of coffee and you know, y'all do the same. Mm, fresh and fire. Oh, I'm glad you're here, honey. I heard your message loud and clear. Always good food for the soul. That's right. Hey, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Gosh, this is so fun, y'all. It's so fun. My mail. So I've gotten three major wonderful, fabulous things. And I am going to do a video. I had another subscriber, follower, family member that sent me a big prize that I'm going to do a whole video on. But hugs and more hugs, Auntie Dale, and everyone says Miss T with the T. You guys, you really should check out Miss T with the T because she's helping our whole community. Today was how to do things. Sip more like a pot of coffee. Awesome mug, yeah. Today she was helping people. Hey, Flash Ministries. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. Hey. Oh, yeah. All right. I get distracted, got that squirrel thing happening. Hey, Cindy. Oh my gosh, my world traveler. When I grow up, I want to be you. She's a good friend of mine, also. You can focus on the weeds or you can focus on the flowers. Choose to focus on the flowers. I set before you a life and death. Choose life. That's right. Choose life. I love it when y'all join in. It makes my heart just go psh, psh. Just, I was just saying, I was getting distracted and clicked in just in time to hear that message about Peter. You know what? He brings us back in, rolls us back in just as we need to be coming back in. Hey, David, Corey, my David, my precious man. Y'all, he is a hoot and half falling in it. So I got a package. The packaging is what's so cool. Let's make sure her address is not on here. But it's F.R. Humphrey, F.R. Humphrey, Felicia, my friend, my buddy, sent me a package. Now, there's kind of a backside story to this because what she did was I had gone down to Florida and went in a gift shop and saw this beautifully knitted sweater. It was like pretty serious price. And I sent her a picture of it and said, make me one, please. She did. She really did, y'all. And what she said is, Dear Andale, thank you so much for all your support. Hope you enjoy. From F.R. Humphrey, Felicia. I love her. Y'all, look at this. Is that not beautiful? Look at all that stitching. Now, granted, it's a little bit snug. It's a little snug on me, but it is so gorgeous. Don't think you're going to get one because I'm special. She doesn't do it for everybody, but she did it for me. And it's just simply beautiful. I can just see her little hands. In fact, I watched her make it on her lives with Sifting Some Soil and More and Felicia. I watched her make it and it was glorious and lovely. And it's just a treasure. It's such a treasure that she loves me. That screams Alaska, rambling with the brooms. Hey, darling. Hey, Scott. It does scream Alaska, doesn't it? And so, anyway, F.R. Humphrey is incredibly talented, and I have the honor of having her um, talent in my home, in my possession. Hey, Nancy Bose, I'm glad you're here, honey. I'm glad you're here. So, I also received, and I dropped it, so it's going to be a good live, a prize that I won from the Vineyard Chicks Homestead. They were giving away some things, and Indiana Backyard Gardener donated some seeds. You are special, Scott, but I ain't letting Felicia do that for you. Maybe a blanket. It is talent. It really is talent, Kelly Aker. It is. And I'm thrilled to be able to have it. So this is a card from Indiana Backyard Gardener. Hey, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. She is just amazing. She's just the coolest. You guys need to check out Nikki because she's just so funny and cute, and I adore her videos. Diana from Facebook says, staying with my kids until the 20th and home for a biopsy on my kidney. We're going to have you just covered in prayer, honey, darling. We're going to just have you covered in prayer. And Scott says, but it's my color. Scott, it's a little snug on me. And I'm kind of, my upper half is kind of large, but anyway. Hey, growing with Hudson. Hey, darling. All right. So this says, congrats, Anne. These are herbs all grown organically right in my own backyard, which is the coolest thing that we share each other's garden with each other. I hope they may benefit the land of plenty, my garden. Best wishes. And that is Adrian from Indiana Backyard Gardener. And the way that she packaged it, she put the seeds in here and then covered it with an insulated envelope. So if it went through like a machine or something, it wouldn't sterilize the seeds. And the seeds that she gave me are organic cilantro, organic dill, which I love dill so much, and organic sage. Isn't that the coolest thing? Oh, Nikki, I love you back too, baby. I really do. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Oh, I'm glad you're here, honey. So that was fun. That was fun, right? So I got a gift because I'm loved and a gift because I won. And guess what else I have? Melanie and Ryan have a channel called My Wild Home. Now, not only do I adore them and sort of kind of live through them, um, their channel has been discovered, which is amazing and fabulous and wonderful because they work so hard. They bought an island in Canada, sight unseen, mind you. And this is their journey of building a homestead on the island. And you're looking for flower seeds for bees? Okay. So they have been discovered. And I can't tell them how happy I am for them. They're still young to YouTube to be growing so quickly. And I know it doesn't feel like it's quick, but it is. It is. It really is. They had a giveaway, and My Wild Home is amazing, Crooked Peach. It really is. And so, yeah, there we go. And Scott is putting it on the YouTube side. Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, which is my buddy, my pal. Oh my gosh, I'm crazy about this man. And okay, you're sub to My Wild Home. So you know, Lila, they had a giveaway for 10,000. They have flown past 10,000 subs on YouTube, just flown past it. And they're heading for big times because their videos are so interesting. It's a lifestyle and a thing that they're just like you and me, trotting along one step at a time. Sometimes don't have a clue what they're doing, but they struggle through and figure it out. And Ryan is so smart and good and like an engineer's kind of brain where he can look at something and visualize it. And then Melody is just the best at being the creative side and sharing ideas and visions that she has. They make such a good team. They complement each other. Well, so I won something. Now, when I won this, I was so thrilled, just thrilled. I mean, before the live was over, I had already emailed them to say, yay, thank you. Well, yeah, Melody, yeah. That's Karen Breast saying, all right, all right. And and the card doesn't say much in here. It just says what it is. They had emailed me and said, Ann, I forgot about your arthritis because you just won some gloves, some garden gloves, and I'm worried about your hands. So they were so kind that they sent me different options of gloves that would not be painful to my hand. That's the kind of people that they are. Who does that? Who does that? Oh my gosh, I did find my mojo, Scott. And I just appreciate them so much for being not only thoughtful of a giveaway, but to individualize their prizes so that, you know, what you get, you can actually use. And I love that. Yes, sweet thumb, do that. They're awesome. You'll love it. If you can, start from season one and kind of like binge watch when they first get to the island because, whoo, they're growing with leaps and bounds. And G Mama Grows, you're just like the best. Welcome to ChooseDay, everyone. Please tap that like button. Help support the channel. It does make a difference. Hey, Grace and Fire. You've been lurking. That's all right. That's good. I'm glad you're here. So I picked these gloves. We're going to open them together. They're garden gloves. They're cute as too. They're just cuties to tooties, and I'm just crazy about them. Ooh, my hands are struggling today. But because of all the storms and things that are out there. Hey, Hedgehog Homestead. Hey, darling. And hey, Laura. So here's the gloves. I just think they're the coolest thing. And Melody's in here today, so I'm going to try. Don't you love watching their journey? Black's Tropical Homestead has been a guest on their channel. And she was sharing some things with them that they might be able to grow and do, and how Black's Tropical Homestead runs their homestead where they started from scratch and built it up. So here's the gloves. I'm going to put my hand in here. They are leather. Look, they fit perfect and they don't hurt, Melody. They don't hurt. I'm so happy. And they also have these little rubber fingers because we as creators need a finger that we can still touch our phone with because we get our hands dirty and then you try to, get your gloves off by biting them. Look how cute they are. That's just adorable. It's so awesome. So that is my mail. I did get one more really big thing. I guess some of my family that's on here got tired of me saying I don't have a food processor, so I can't do that. I don't have a food processor, so I can't do that. Someone sent me a food processor, y'all. A food processor. Is that crazy? I am loved. It's 11:30, and so it's just about time to get out of here. And I had one more thing I really wanted to show you as I was doing it. And honestly, I think it'll take like 5 minutes and maybe somebody will learn something we can maybe do. That's sweet as sugar. You certainly are loved. Yes, Rachel Flanagan. I really am. And I just know that I'm blessed. Gosh, it's already 11:31. And so we're going to go as far as I usually like to keep my lives around 30 minutes. We're busy people. We're busy people. Yeah, Lila. Wow. Who does that? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Now you put everything in your food processor just because that's the truth. I have to get it out of the box because I need to use it. So, as you guys are all saying your goodbyes and understanding that today I'm going to concentrate and believe in wisdom. And today, let's see what we have. I am going to understand keeping my eyes on Jesus helps me walk on that water when the storms are raging all around. And that if I pretend or believe that I'm trying to teach, I had better be living it because I am Christ's example here on earth. I really am. Everyone, you all have a blessed day and please take care. I'll be in and out this week. I'll be down with the grands most of the time. Jesse is missing out. I hope that he does watch at least the first part of the live back. But remember that the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. Thank you, Ginger, for sharing your story yesterday. It was beautiful how Jeremiah 29 touched your life. I really appreciate that. Y'all have a great day. Love you very much. Everyone, take care, and I'll see you very soon. Talk to you later now. Bye bye.